Yo, we back with Terra Nullius, going to the second part here of our two-shot. So, double twos happening. So, you went up to Miss Boss Lady,
yes,
otherwise known as
myself.
Hassana Salem.
And I hope we're like both just.
So you went up to Shaela, right?
Blood.
You went up to Miss Boss Lady. Yeah. So you're like, what's your name?
And I would assume we'd both be like splattered with blood at this point, and like.
Yeah. So I think actually maybe we like cut forward a little bit, and you guys have already been like the aftermath is kind of like in the air, right? Everybody's just like their bodies are on the ground, and like Muldrak is so does anyone have like magic to use on Muldrak?
I have magic.
Does anyone else have magic?
I don't have any healing spells or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I have 0 magic.
Hence why I said that reluctantly. I have magic.
So
I had a magical potion that I poured into Shayla's mouth.
So okay, so do you guys maybe want to take a short rest? Is that what's happening? Because if you do, Muldrak will wake up after an hour.
Okay, but also this bar's probably going to open soon.
Yeah.
And we're probably
You've
not
killed most of its
welcomed
employees
here.
at this point.
Yeah, so like I don't really think we should probably like be here when the bar opens.
Mm-hmm. It's understandable.
Maybe
we should go up to your room. Maybe.
Yeah.
Also covered in blood. Is there like places
everywhere?
Is there a sink in the back? Like, is there a kitchen that we can go into?
Yeah. So if you guys can go into the kitchen if you want to. Yeah.
I guess like if I like go into the kitchen, wash off, and then everybody can just like hang out in the room for an hour.
In the kitchen?
No, in like our room.
Oh, right. I see. Yeah. I mean, there is the fact that there's a bunch of bodies everywhere.
Well, yeah, so that's like if we go back up to the room,
Yeah.
maybe nobody will know it was us if we're already washed off.
Okay.
I
We
don't
can
know.
see.
Unless there's eyes on us already.
I mean, do you want to just get washed off and then I feel like we can't just drag Muldrak around wherever.
Well, I know I can't. I'm so tiny.
Yeah, I mean,
we're both very small.
I don't. As boss as
would be
Hassana
fun.
is, I don't think she can carry a dragonborn full plate armor or whatever you have
Like-
on.
Oh, hey, let's drag him to the fireplace room that I found.
You might be able to do that, yeah.
So I tell them that I found a room behind the fireplace. And Marzik probably already knows about this.
I mean, to be honest, right? Like, you could just, like, hide in there.
Yeah, so
Right?
I think that, is it big enough for all of us to fit in there?
Just barely. It'd be a little cramped.
Yeah, so let's all go back there.
Okay, yeah. Sounds good.
And I would like to do the
who
whole
goes over to Marzook?
I think I do.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what I was
know
thinking.
him.
Yeah, I think. Do I see him underneath the table?
Yeah.
I go up to him. I grab him by the ear, and I go,
Yeah.
"Some help you were."
Yeah, he's like, Muldrak didn't say that he needed help. He just, he said no
Said
funny
he didn't
business.
need help? You didn't think he needed help when I was down or when he was down?
I wasn't paying attention. I was singing a song
You
to
weren't
myself
paying
under here.
attention. Wow. You're so useless.
He just said no funny business. That's all he said.
I should have said something better than that.
Well, thanks for at least not running away, you good for nothing.
Yeah, he just like shakes his head. He's like, I tried. I couldn't help. I didn't do anything. In chat, someone said, this is really funny actually. Hide the bodies and assume their jobs. Just pretend like you're the employees.
Yes, a halfling with bright red hair and a little
Right.
elf girl.
Yeah, Chinese
I
elf
love
girl.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I think the easiest way to get everybody in would just be going through the kitchen instead of through the fireplace. So I lead everybody to the kitchen and then try and unlock the door that was between.
Right, because it was locked on the outside.
Right.
I mean, you can just crawl through the fireplace thing again, right? On your own and then lock.
Would it still be open?
I think so. I don't think you would have closed it.
So then I tell everybody else to go back to the kitchen, and then I go through the fireplace and open the door.
Yep.
So they don't have to like drag a body through the fireplace.
Sure. Yeah. So for reference, I'm gonna drag everybody to this secret room.
Secret room.
Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel.
Did we have that joke last week?
I think so. I
We
imagine
have
that
a
we
joke
would
almost
have.
every week. Let's be real.
Let's be real, people.
Oh dang. Okay. Oh,
So
that's
you're
a
all
tiny room.
in this tiny room,
Yeah, guys, welcome to my crib.
surrounded by a bunch of
Here
like
you
barrels.
have crate. Here you have some barrels. I like to call it crate and barrel. I think I might start a store in a few centuries. Okay, so we're in here. We're taking a short rest. Roll and hit dice.
Yeah, so you guys want to take a short rest? So if you stay in here 2 hours, then Moldrak can get a short rest too. Otherwise, he'll just wake up on 1 hit point.
Please let me have a short rest.
I think we could do that because then I'll spend the second hour trying to unlock all the other chests and steal everything.
Okay, so let's have everybody make a stealth roll to see
Do
how.
I have to?
No, you don't. You're unconscious.
Okay, good.
No.
Yeah.
Oh crap.
Nice.
26, actually.
Yeah, I feel like that 9 is just not gonna cut it.
Okay, but is it for like hiding back there when people start coming in?
Exactly right. Like I think eventually someone's gonna
And I
come
would
in.
have tried to like close the fireplace. behind
Right.
me.
I know you. Yeah, I assumed you would have done
Yeah.
that. But I think so. Everybody, you get the first hour of short rest, fine. And I am going to let's see. I don't exactly know how this would work for Hasana exactly because she's not really she doesn't have a class exactly. I'll probably just. How many hit dice can you use? During
Is
short
it
rest?
your level?
Yeah, I can use 2.
You can use an amount up to your level,
I think so.
or isn't it like half your level or something?
Let me look.
That's 2 on mine.
Well, right, I know that
so
I know you have to, but it's like how many can you use per short
A
rest?
character can spend 1 or more hit dice at the end of a short rest up to the character's maximum number of hit dice, which is equal to the character's level.
Okay, is that all it says?
Trying to make sure that that's actually. Let's see. Da-da-da. Yeah, up to the 1 or more, up to the maximum.
And so you just roll. Do you add does the hit dice roll add your like Constitution modifier to it?
I don't
Let's
think so.
I'll check.
It does.
it does.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna roll.
I'm back up to my max.
Do we get to roll for the second hour, or is this the first hour? Still.
This is still the first hour, I think.
This is the first hour. You don't roll Moldrak because you're not.
I know.
like
That's why I'm wondering if I can get to the second hour.
Probably won't be able to because of Alyssa's
Dang
roll.
it, dang it.
So
Do
here,
not blame me. I got a 26 on myself.
Here's
I am
Hasana's.
invisible.
She's gonna reroll all of her hit dice.
What?
Holy crap.
Okay.
She
so first
actually
of all,
ended up with more hit points than she actually has.
So first of all, we know she's level 10.
She's not. She just has 10 hit dice. It's
Wait,
just
so
the
what
way
level
that.
is she?
Yeah, monsters work completely differently from
Okay.
characters. Yeah, she doesn't have as many things as you guys do.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna come back with 1 hit point.
Yeah, she's definitely not level 10. I didn't just
I'm
have
like,
a level
that's why
10.
I'm like, what?
A level 10 player.
No, yeah, that would have been right. It would have just been me
She walks in,
fixing
looks
all
at
of
everyone,
the
and they
problems.
all die.
Yeah. So she just had full hit points then. I guess. So that's nice for you guys.
I didn't even have to. I get all my spell slots again though. Yay!
mhm.
Yours restore after a short rest.
Yeah.
Nice.
I only got to use 1 though, but it's all right. I only have 2, so.
So, it's about the time Moldrak wakes up.
Okay, and immediately after the short rest, I would be trying to unlock more stuff just to put it
Right.
out
Okay. So
there.
you're starting to like look in these crates and barrels and stuff.
Find
I think most of what you find in
think
here is
they're
like illegal
fun.
drugs and stuff, right?
I
Like,
pocket some.
okay, you just take some drugs. All right, that's fine.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah,
Drugs.
we do not endorse this behavior. No. So
Also known as murder.
I'm fair. Maybe
I
we
think
should have
for
specified
fun,
that.
I'm just disguising myself like with snaps. I'm just like,
Oh, so that's probably pretty
We
loud.
also
and that's
we also don't endorse making pacts with archfey either. So just to note.
no.
But
I know Seth in between the break was like, I was about to go see Jesus.
yeah,
Yeah, I
I
was
mean,
like-
quite literally, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if Muldrak had legitimately died, I probably would have had like a little scene with him, but like it literally would have just been like Dragonborn Jesus being like, you know, enter into the kingdom, thy good and faithful servant, that sort of thing, right? Like, see, that's the thing, right? Like when you worship Jesus in this universe, Dragonborn Jesus, you get to just go to heaven, right? But if you worship evil archfey, then you get a second chance to do more horrible things in this world.
Well, technically, she doesn't worship him.
Well, right, yeah. If you make like a
serves
demon
him,
pact, basically.
Right.
Don't make demon pacts, kids. So, it's about the time that you're like looking through the drugs, and Muldrak wakes up and is like kind of confused as to why you're in a room filled with drugs. It's about that time that there's a knock on the door.
Does it seem like it's like a special knock or something? Or is it just like a normal?
No, it's just a normal knock. Yeah, you just hear.
I want to transform myself into the bar wench that I was playing earlier.
Right, okay.
I want to hide in the room.
Okay, make a stealth check, I guess. At disadvantage. There's not a whole lot of places to hide here.
That's fine. +2. 19.
Oh. That's
All right, you find a barrel that you can just completely hide yourself in.
I'm going to do nothing because as I just wake up,
I'm hidden in a barrel of drugs, please.
Yeah, like legit. You're literally in a barrel of like weed. Yeah. So, I think. Do you open the door, Shayla?
No.
Okay. So then there's
But-
more insistent knocking.
I look around trying to. So at Muldrak, he kind of looks around. He's kind of getting an idea of where the heck they are. He's really confused, but he hears the knocking, and he saw
So,
ye hide, and he's like, I'm not doing anything.
I'm readying a stab with a dagger if anybody opens the top of my barrel. I just have my dagger up, ready to go.
And then you hear a voice on the other side. And Shayla, you recognize this voice. This is Callisto's voice. And he says, I'm sorry, is someone in there?
okay. Here's what I think I do.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
Can I hear if there's like any others,
Make a perception check.
or is it just? That's what I'm curious about.
It sounds like it's just him. You don't hear like people like whispering to each other on the other side there or anything.
Okay, I wanna. I think what I want to do. No, I don't want to do that. No. Okay, here's what I do. I want to crack open the door and like
Mhm.
come out, and as disguised as myself.
Right.
And
Keep in mind that there are like an entire pile of bodies out in the front room.
and I
Just for
go.
context.
I want to like start like fake crying.
Right.
And go so like open up the like pretend like I'm shaking, like I'm really
Yeah.
scared.
So first make a sleight of hand check. to see if you can open the door and close it in such a way that he won't be able to see what else is inside.
Ooh.
Yep, no problem, no problem.
There we go.
All right, now make a deception check for like your acting.
Great. Okay. I am really good at deception, but we'll see. Oh yeah.
Yeah. No problem.
Suckers.
So Shaela steps outside.
And I think I just like start like fake crying and just go, Master Callisto.
So he's like, I mean, like you like go into his arms or what?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so he just like is holding you, right? And I guess you're like pretty short compared to him. So I think he like kneels down, right? Like as you go, so he's at eye level with you, because even with the disguise, right, you're still pretty short.
Right.
And he says, "Oh my darling, what's wrong? What have they done?
They killed them.
Who's done this?"
I don't know. I didn't see. I'm so scared.
I won't let anyone hurt you. And he's like holding you close and like stroking your hair. And I guess this is when I have to make that roll to like see through your illusion, because he's kind of like holding you.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this goes. Where is his? So DC 15.
Oh crap!
Oh wow, exactly 15.
Oh no!
So this doesn't dispel the illusion, does it? He just kind of like notices that it's fake.
So because you kind of in the last times that I've used it have said that I could do something else to try to like.
Yeah.
keep up with
Yeah. So it doesn't.
Well,
Yeah.
it says. Oh, hold on. Sorry, it's wrong spell. I guess I should just probably put it up in the chat.
Oh yeah, sure. Do that.
That would be much easier.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking through my book, like. Disguise.
Post that spell.
There we go.
Let's see.
It just says, to discern if you are disguised, a creature can use its action to inspect your appearance and must.
Yeah, so I don't think it like dispels it completely, right? But he can tell that like this is a fake illusion. And I think, so I think what happens is his voice starts to trail off ever so slightly. He's just like, there, I won't let anyone hurt you. I won't. And then
Would I be able to tell?
I think the moment where you realize you're like, oh wait, something's wrong here, his grip tightens around your throat. And then he like pushes you up against the wall and he says, "Oh, no, not today, little one." And he's like,
Quick, I want to Eldritch Blast him.
You just Eldritch Blast him in the face?
Yes!
All right, do it.
At this point, as soon as I hear the sound of a smash, I'm gonna probably have to use the rest of my lay on hands to heal me up a little bit.
Actually.
Oh wait.
Oh, no. Actually, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast it. Oh!
Oh, nice.
Oh man.
Yeah. So roll damage.
Yeah, do it.
+5.
You murder him in one hit.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, in that case.
Awesome.
In that case, can I take back the lay on hands?
Wait, what? You were gonna do something?
Because I was gonna use my lay on hands to heal myself back up so I could come help her. But
I take care of myself.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So
okay.
You notice in time.
Like, I'm about to.
So yeah, you hear right. Yeah, you guys hear right from the inside, right? You're just like you hear this like up against the door basically, right? And he says that, and then Muldrak, you just start casting this spell, right? You start like trying to heal yourself, and then like you just hear, and then you just hear like. And yeah, we're inside the room, like the camera's inside with you guys when that happens, and then we just cut back out and we just see Shaela like like holding her neck right like this, like ow, ow, like, and then looking down at like the charred face of this like once beautiful Azamar nobleman, right? Like, and yeah,
That
he's
didn't take
very dead.
much.
Oh,
I mean, yeah,
That
I
was
just used stats
awesome.
for a nobleman for him, so he had 9 hit points. So you just murdered him.
Oh, jeez.
I thought he was a mob boss. Like,
I mean, yeah, he's a mob boss, but he's like a mob boss who gets things done with money, not with like super cool special
also
abilities.
has like a posse that we.
It
killed
usually has a
everybody
posse that you murdered.
We already
So
killed the people with the big hit points.
I had that would have been so cool though if I had actually pulled off the disguise, but that was cool
Mhm.
too.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
but now
So-
now we got
Also, just wondering, does she still feel the fire in her belly?
She does. No,
Yes.
she doesn't. No, she doesn't. It's been an hour. It lasts for an hour.
Dang it!
Oh,
Yeah, sorry.
So sad.
it was cool while it lasted.
It was cool. Yeah.
It was
We
hot.
got one fire breath.
Okay, so I want to like try to drag the potty in, I guess.
Sure. You just like look around. Just like
door-
nobody saw that, and you just drag
Yeah,
it
the
inside
door-
with you.
It's locked.
Well, so I knock. I'm like, hey guys, let me in.
As Mildred crawls over, he opens it and looks and like, what happened?
I just drag the body in. I just go, well, Callisto's dead.
Yeah. So Marzook is just freaking out. He's just like, what? What have you done? Why did you kill him? He's no. This is all gonna come back on me. I have to get out of here. And he's pressed up against the wall there. And yeah, he's just like trying to like almost like press himself through the wall. Like he's so like anxious. He's just like, no.
Marzook, calm down. Yeah.
Better him than me.
I'm gonna sit there thinking. I will not lie. This does not look good. We just killed a nobleman.
Who was going to kill me?
Fair point.
Probably all of us, actually. If we
From inside the barrel, you just hear, "Who is going to at least interrogate you?"
I
Yeah.
was
So
gonna say,
Shayla Barrels talks to you. But I think you probably
Huh?
saw her go in though. Yeah.
Marzook, please tell us.
I tell Marzook, I'm like, hey, listen, that's one less person for you to worry about now, going after.
Oh yes, one less person. I don't think you understand the things that are at stake here. There's a very complex system of criminal organization happening in the shadows in this city, and you have just disrupted all of it.
Then please tell us so we may understand.
Yeah. So I think
I'd like to hop out and check his body and like search his pockets.
right. Yeah. So you do that. I don't think he has like 100 gold pieces on him or anything like that.
Does he have any like cool stuff though? Like
He probably has like a couple of cool looking rings that are probably
I
worth
take
something.
those
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
put them on my own fingers of filth.
Right. Of course. Yeah.
And then I like kiss my own fingers, like
Right.
I'm the boss now.
Yeah. So I think what happens is you guys are like looking at Marzook to give you answers, and what he does is you see we as a camera, like the camera focuses on his right hand, and he's like pressing against the wall behind him, and then suddenly it goes and then he just disappears. And there's like a door, like a chute that is opened up, and he just like like goes down.
I want to
the
run
chute.
after him.
Yeah,
Is
so
the
you
chute
just like
open?
just like jump down.
I dive in.
Oh, but we got a long rest for.
Hi guys. I don't need to long rest. I just healed all my hit points,
I meant
and I don't have any spells. So peace out, guys.
So you just jumps down the hole.
Oh, no.
I got some drugs. I got some rings.
I was about to cast Charm Person on him too.
Let it be known that this is the second time we've had a RPG session where there's been drugs involved.
Yep.
Except last time Jordan was involved with it. He was the drug boss. What do
I don't know that Shayla would do that though. I think she'd stay behind with Moldrak.
What does Hisana think of all this?
Hasana is... I think she just like shakes her head and she says figures, and then she just jumps down after you.
Nice. Hisana's coming with me.
I turn to Shayla. I'm like, well, what shall we do? I'm still recovering.
spell. I do you have a cantrip that's a healing spell?
No, I don't have cantrips.
Dang it.
I have 10 hit points. I can heal myself, and then I'm done with healing for the rest of the night.
Well, I mean,
If we want to go, we can go. But
if you fall and you take falling damage, you're literally gonna die.
we're gonna die anyway. I don't know.
I want to go down to the hole and go, "Are you okay down there?"
You don't hear a response.
Do I hear her?
Nope. I mean, we don't know where you guys are yet. The camera's staying with just them two.
But I don't hear her.
No.
We're far enough away.
Yeah.
Oh man, where did I go?
Okay. I mean, clearly he's going somewhere, so maybe we should go too. I don't know.
I'll just heal myself and let's go.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
almost dead. I'm still like at half hit points, but let's just go for it.
All right. I grab your hand and drag you down with me.
And as you're dragging me, I'm like healing myself. Wait, how are you dragging me? You're like half my size.
Probably the other way around, but yeah.
Okay, well, down we go.
Yeah, so you guys, we stay with Shaela and Muldrak as they go down, right? It's the classic scene where a bunch of people have gone down this before you. You don't see them go down, and so the audience is like, "What is this strange chute?" And then we see Muldrak and Shaela go down, and yeah, it's like this very, very dark, like trash chute almost, right? Like it's classic like trash chute from Star Wars sort of thing, right? And you just like sliding down this like greased chute, and then you guys like after quite a while, it seems to like even out a little bit. So you're not going, it's not such a steep incline, and then you roll into a very dark chamber, and I think you guys bump into. I actually don't even think. Yeah, it's a chamber. So you bump into Hasana, and like. I don't think either of you have dark vision though.
I
right?
have dark vision. I don't.
Yeah, I know you do, and Hasana does.
Yeah, because she's a tiefling.
Yeah, but you guys go into a pitch black room that the other three people who went down before can see perfectly. And so we start to see the scene shift from their point of view to your point of view, Yi, and so we can see like the gray, like the night vision start, right?
Yeah.
And we can see that you're in like a dilapidated house, like abandoned house in like some lower district of the city, like it's like a undercity kind of. And like part of the roof is collapsed, and so you can see above you like there's just stone, right? Like it's like you're in an underground place. And I think so. I guess this is a little bit before. I mean, something happened before you guys got down here. So make opposed athletic checks, I guess, to see if you catch Marzook.
An athletics check?
Yeah, so Yi and Hasana. So Yi, you do this with advantage because Hasana's coming with you, right?
Athletics.
Yeah, it's athletic because it's like catching
the
them.
acrobatics.
It's not acrobatics.
Okay.
No. But this is with advantage for you.
18.
Okay, so 18. And you
I
got a 17.
get him.
Yep. So basically what we see is Hasana is on top of Marzook, like holding him down with like a dagger to his throat, like saying like, "You don't go anywhere, rat," and like, you know, that sort of thing. And Yi, I assume you kind of like looking around, like, where are we?
Yeah, I'm glad she's doing that since probably small me would not be able to hold him down.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Muldrak and Shaela, I think your eyes start to adjust to like where you guys are. Yeah, and you start to see like what's going on.
I have a tinderbox and candles.
Yeah, you want to light a candle?
Yes.
Okay, so it takes a little while, but I think you managed to get that lit. Yeah, so suddenly like the room is illuminated, and you're in this like dilapidated structure. It's kind of like an abandoned house. And you can see that you're underground somewhere. Yeah. So what do you guys do?
So is it like a small room or a big room?
Yeah, you're like in a house, in like a one-room house, basically.
Any doorways?
Yeah, yep. There's one doorway that you can see. There's a fireplace with a chimney, and a couple of
Where did we
broken
come
windows. You came from like some sort of like chute that like funnels into this room from one of the side walls. Yeah.
And then Marzuk's on the ground.
Yep. Being
Okay,
held
so
down
I
by
want to just
Hassan.
like kind of go to the doorway and peek around out of the doorway.
Sure.
To see if
Yeah. So let me drag you over to this new map.
Ooh. It's a house.
Yeah. So you guys are like inside that house, right? Can everybody see?
Yeah.
Things. Okay. Cool. Yeah, you're inside that house. And then yeah, you look like you like walk over here, Yi, and you see like there's this like overgrown statue out there, but it's like it's pretty like dim and dark in here. You see an overgrown statue, you see like basically like a street, right? Like you're in a neighborhood. It's like a abandoned neighborhood, but it's a neighborhood all the same. There's like an abandoned cart over here. It looks really old, a lot of this stuff.
Are there any spooky trees around this statue?
There are not any spooky trees around the statue, no.
Okay, cool.
Well, is this like right next to the Iron Bramble or no? Or I mean the Green Dragon Inn.
Yeah, like,
You're assuming it must be, but like it's down a ways.
Yeah,
Right,
we're-
you're underground right now.
That must have been quite the shoot.
It was, yeah. It was definitely an interesting little shoot.
But there's
maybe some magic
nowhere.
involved.
There's no one outside that I see.
Nope, not right away. No.
I'm gonna walk over to where they're holding down. I keep blanking on his name too. Marzuk,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna walk over to him, kind of with the candle, look at it, and I'm gonna slowly kind of just like lean the candle over so it, like drips some wax on his face.
Oh wow.
And
Yeah, he's just like ow.
I told you, no funny business.
Well, nobody's laughing now, are they? So I guess I succeeded.
Now, you need to tell us what is going on. I completely messed up my accent there.
Yeah, he says, what do you mean what's going on? I was trying to escape you, you idiot. That's what was going on.
That is not what I mean. I mean, what is going on with, was going on with Callisto?
He's the owner of the Green Dragon. Like, he just showed up, I'm assuming, because it was opening time and found all of his employees dead. I imagine he would have been curious.
And you called him boss earlier.
Yeah, well, unofficially we work, or officially we work for him. Well, we worked for him. In reality, we don't. We work for the Iron Bramble, but it's all part of the same nest.
While they're talking, can I like sneak out and peek into another building?
Sure. You can split the party.
Because it went so well in the battle.
So where do you go? Just go and drag your.
It
drag
went
yourself.
fine for me. I stayed up the whole time. Just
I
like
protected you.
just like over here, if that's a doorway.
Sure. Yeah.
Just like peek around and see if I can find signs of life.
Make a perception check.
10.
You don't see anything.
Okay. But I'm looking
Yeah,
in
just
the building.
there's
so I
abandoned
see
houses,
nothing.
right? Yeah, abandoned houses. You hear like the sound of maybe a rat, and you just see a rat walk by, right? But like other than that, nothing. It's like an abandoned street. It's like a spooky
But like
ghost town.
inside that house, it's
Yep.
just like
It's just
an
like
empty
rubble. Yep. Mm-hmm.
house. Okay, I'm gonna go to. Is there a door? I don't see where doorways would be. So like, there's like a door over here.
Sure. Yeah. You just drag yourself over there.
I want to go up to Marzuk and
Sure, yeah.
try to intimidate him again and say like, we had a deal. Now you tell us where the Iron Bramble is.
Right. Sure.
I thought we were having him bring us to the children.
Well, both. Like, I'm assuming wherever the children are, they have people guarding them,
Yeah.
probably.
Okay, make an intimidation check. So your intent is basically to get him to tell you.
Can it be with advantage since I'm dripping?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yep. Do it with advantage. Okay,
Good.
well, it's a good thing you had advantage. Yeah, so Marzook, I think, right, Yi is like, we stay with Yi on with the camera, and she's like looking around, and then we hear a scream, and then we cut back, and we see Marzook. We don't see what you did to him, Muldrak, but we see Marzook say, okay, I'll take you there. I was headed there anyway. Of course, I was planning on just alerting them to the fact that you were coming, but I'm sure you would have found your way there eventually, now that I showed you the chute, but I'll take you there, and you'll probably get the jump on him. All right, are you happy now?
Yes. I'm gonna take my hand and flick the hot wax off his face.
Yeah, and he just like is like in shock, kind of like just like. Yeah, so he'll take you.
Okay.
So yeah, Hasana like lets him up, right? And like pushes him forward and just says, "Lead the way, scum." And he looks back, like presses his hand against his face, like in pain. He's like, "All right, well, this way, I guess."
I'm gonna turn to Hassan and say, Hasana, I wanted to thank you for your help earlier. It was because of you that we were able to make it out of there. You haven't, by chance, have any healing potions on you, do you?
She looks back at you, raises an eyebrow. I think I've. She says, "Just be thankful that I was here to bail you out the first time. I can't promise that if I see my charge that I won't abandon the rest of you in favor of her, but I'm sure that working together is the best option for now, at least. No, I don't have any healing potions."
Well, we will have to do with what we have. Because I have nothing.
Yeah, and she says, "Well, as long as most of them attack me, I suppose we'll be fine," and then walks forward.
She's not wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, so Marzook starts to lead the way towards where Yi was going anyway. And so, yeah. The rest of you can make a perception check if you would like to.
Oy vey.
You can also choose not to make a perception check, I suppose.
Always want to make it.
I don't think I'm going to. I just
I'm
want
not
to
gonna
be
pass
ignorant.
on it, but
Hey. Not rolling bad for having zeros. 0 modifiers.
Yeah, Shaela, you don't see anything.
What? I rolled a 17.
I know you did, yep.
What?
Chat can see.
Guys,
Chat can see.
Maybe
what-
there's nothing
what I
to
rolled.
see.
It's
No.
yeah, it's entirely possible. There's nothing to see. I just rolled randomly for no reason. Yeah.
Oh,
because I
never
believe
no
that.
reason.
Yeah, after the crocodile, I totally believe that.
Right. Of course. Sometimes GMs just roll for zero reason at all. You know,
Exactly.
it's just
We
Just for
got-
fun.
you're definitely surrounded by archers,
Oh, great.
and you hear a voice. So you all are like here in like the center of the square, basically. Like you guys are walking towards this way.
Where am I? In the
Here,
first-
I'll drag you over.
Okay, drag me where I am.
Boom. Yeah, so you guys are over there.
Oh, this isn't updated.
So
Oh, yeah. No.
yeah, I think you see like a dark shadowy figure up on top of the roof, on the roofs around you, right? And you hear one of them say, "Marzook, who are these?" Marzook does the swallow again. And he looks around at the rest of you and then looks up and he says, "I'm taking these people to meet the boss." Tarian? And the grizzled figure up on the rooftop, he's like, he's talking to this guy right here. He like looks down and he says, apparently his name is Tarian. He says, "What business do they have with Hakan?" And yeah, Marzook says, "Well, I suppose that's between Hakan and them, isn't it?" Are the rest of you saying anything or doing anything?
I'm shutting up.
Yeah. Tarian says, "Marzook, what's going on?" And I don't think Marzook has a good enough like persuasion to do this. So like, does someone else want to like stand up? You can see that he's floundering, right? Like he's scared of you guys, so he's trying to go along with this whatever lie he's concocted here. Like, oh, they need to go see the boss, but like he looks at you guys, he's like, please help someone. Like I'm so bad at this.
I know what should happen, but I don't know technically as a character to say it.
Okay, I just grab a dagger out of my coat, and I don't throw it at anybody. I like toss it up like and down, and I'm like catching it and like throwing it in circles. And I go, I tried to show off my skills to join the Iron Bramble, but I was getting a little impatient. So I heard Hakan was the man to see.
All right, make a deception check.
Okay. Oh no, that wasn't very good.
Yeah, so I think he looks down. He says, "You don't just join the Iron Bramble, sweetie." And then he like takes out an arrow, and he like just knocks it, right? He doesn't pull it back, but he says, "I think I'm gonna have to ask you to leave the way you came. It's a bit of a climb, but I'm sure you can manage it."
Well, I already have my dagger out, so I'm gonna throw it at him.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
So everybody roll initiative, I guess. Wait, let me clear the order.
We're dead.
I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna do something, but okay, I guess not.
Sorry, guys. He knocked an arrow. Oh no!
Oh crap!
Good thing I went ahead and said that I was doing something. Would I get that round off before initiative would start?
Yeah, you can start that with that.
Start at the end of the round with her.
Yeah, because I was the one who initiated the encounter.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, to be honest, like there wasn't any surprise there. That's really what these rolls are for, right? Unless he gets lower than you, like, right? That's what the initiative roll is for. So,
well, because if we do initiative, then Shaela, you can do whatever you were gonna do to try and. Because that's what I'm saying. It's like would people start fighting unless I actually threw the dagger?
I don't know that she would do this, but I feel like that's what would get us like a quick audience with them.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like, I guess depending. Yeah, I mean, they only roll a 7, so if Shaela, you have the highest initiative right now, so you could just try to head this off, right? Basically, what's happening is Yi looks like she's gonna go attack, and she was already readying for attack. But like Shaela, you can say something.
Dagger, and I like paused for a second and caught it, and I didn't re-throw it up in the air.
Right, exactly. So like he's looking up, like, I'm gonna throw this at you.
Do like we did for Yumchikov.
Yeah, exactly. Right. You can technically de-escalate this. So Shaela, yeah, it's you first. What do you do?
I think I just want to yell like, Hakan and I are working together. Like, I think I want to say that because it is kind of the truth, but it's also like I'm trying to. So I'm like, basically I want to like pretend like I'm double crossing them.
Right, but in actuality, you're double crossing your party members.
Right. Like I want to look like I'm double crossing my party members, and I
Right.
kind of
You really are.
Yeah, you
So
really
it
are,
would-
but you're.
It's persuasion and not deception.
It is persuasion, I feel.
yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm trying to deceive my party members into thinking that, because at the same, okay, here's the thing with Shayla, right now,
Mm-hmm.
is she's basically trying to get an audience with Hakan, like as fast as
Right.
possible. You know, she has this pact, but at the same time, she's thinking in her head, how can I get out of this? How can I get out of this? How can I get out of this?
Yeah.
While also making it look like to Oberon that she's doing what she's supposed to be doing. So she's like double crossing, but not wanting to.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I could see this as deception still. So I'll let you choose. I mean, obviously you're going to choose deception because you're better at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can use deception here.
Okay.
Yeah. So your intention here, right, is to make it seem like you're double crossing your party members.
Kind of, yeah. Like I'm
Right. So like obviously Yi was lying, right? Like yeah. But like I'm giving up on these fools, and like I want a meeting with Hakan. Yeah. Okay. So I mean, no one shoots anybody right away. So like unless you just like attack, still.
Well, everybody still has higher initiative, so what do they respond to that?
Well, Hasana looks at you like, what are you talking about? Marzook basically does the same thing. Moldrak, what do you do?
I turn to her and I say, "What?"
And then it's the scout's turn. And he looks down and he says,
Wait, actually, can I roll perception? To see what I would do?
it'd be insight, but yeah, you can try to see through
Inside.
the like situation here. You have to beat the 17, but
With a shot.
Oh!
wow.
So I know what she's doing then.
I think you completely understand what she's doing.
Wait, so you know that she's actually double crossing?
So right, like what is actually happening here, Shayla, is you are legitimately trying to get an audience with
Yeah,
Hakan.
no, I'm just my goal is to
Yeah,
get an
so
audience.
Moldrak, you see her, like, she's being legit here. She maybe wants you not to think that she's being legit here, but that's actually what she wants. She's pursuing her own agenda here.
So I say, "What?"
So the same thing that I already said.
Yeah, I just wanted to see
Yeah.
how I.
What?
And I
What?
kind of like can I like do a reaction to him?
Yeah, sure, you can have a quick reaction, yeah.
I just want to like look at him and try to be like, trust me, but also like I'm sorry at the same time.
Right. Okay, yeah, I mean, before there's like any more response there, Tarian looks down and he says, Well. So I see what's happening here. You guys were gonna try to sneak in here. Marzook, he obviously has been tortured, and you look at Marzook and like he has like hot wax burns on his face. And she's like, yeah, I see what's going on here. And you little lady, you want to sell your party members out because you actually do want to meet with Hakan. I see how this situation may have ended up happening. So tell you what. Shayla, or she doesn't say Shayla because she's not your name. Little redhead, if you help us take in your party members, we can set you up with that meeting, no problem.
Oh, crap! I know that's
Can you
not what
convince
I
them to
want.
come quietly, or just does it have to be a fight?
I think they will come quietly if they can come to Hakan with us.
So y'all want a meeting with the Khan. I see. Well, you do know what I'm gonna have to do if that happens. Weapons.
Is he on the ground now?
Yeah, I think he
Okay.
came off the
'Cause I
roof,
was gonna be
right?
like, I can throw my dagger at you. if
Right,
you
and I
really
think they start like coming down, right? So this is happening? Hasana doesn't look super thrilled, but she's like following your guys' lead because she doesn't really understand what's happening.
So wait, so the guards are saying that they will take us to Hakan, but without our weapons, or with them without their weapons.
I would think, is it Shaela too without weapons?
Yeah. But I mean, she doesn't need weapons, so.
Okay, this is gonna be really, really dumb. But I think I'm gonna look around, see that we are outnumbered, know very well that
Technically, we're not. We're evenly numbered.
Yeah,
no,
but
with
he doesn't know what you're gonna do. He knows that you're not with us anymore.
Yeah.
See, that's not necessarily. See, that's
it's not necessarily true. Yeah, but like still.
But he knows you lied. Like
he knows that you're trying to like convince you guys as much as
Yeah.
I think. No, well, here's the thing. Not only just the fact that we're kind of outnumbered, but we're also just not. We're beaten. I'm still kind of beaten down from. I didn't get to use any hit dice, so I am pretty much if I go down, I'm down. So I know very well that this is not going to go well if we fight.
This is not going to go the way you think.
So I'm going to turn over my weapons because I haven't used my electric breath yet.
Oh.
Okay, I throw down my dagger and I pull out my short swords and I throw them on the ground as well.
And I'll drop my long sword and my.
Yeah, I mean, if she sees the rest of you doing it, Hasana does the same. She throws down a scimitar, a couple of knives, and they gather them up. They take your weapons.
Do they pat us down?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. Do you want to hide a dagger?
Because I still have the dagger.
All right, make a sleight of hand check.
Roll well, please.
I'm just wondering if they still take.
Yeah.
Dang. Oh.
I have a dagger.
Yep.
I'm wondering. So are they gonna take my weapons?
Yeah. What weapons do you have?
I have a dagger, a light crossbow, and a quarterstaff.
Yeah, they take all of them. Yep. Unless you want to like hide the dagger, which you can do with a sleight of hand check, but you have to beat a 20 on that perception.
No, I'm okay. I prefer to try to stay in their good graces.
Yeah.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, because you're actually trying to work with them.
Kind of.
All right, so I guess we just cut.
That's the thing with Shaela is that she literally tries to get out of everything that she has been told to do.
Yeah.
So she's doing it, but she's also trying to figure out a way not to do it at the same time. So she's a very conflicting character. Yeah.
So I think what happens is we just sideswipe to you guys being led into the guild house for the Iron Bramble. So you guys get led through the like streets of this abandoned neighborhood, and eventually you make your way into like an actual like legit like black market district, and criminal neighborhood, and eventually you get to a kind of weird looking structure. It has a bunch of like differing levels of roof. In this like one big building, there's lots of like chutes and ladders basically that like connect all of these various parts of the roof. And there's a bunch of like people with like bows and stuff like kind of like crawling along those places and looking out, and there's like watchers and stuff. And you see like a whole bunch of chimneys. It's like a very like think kind of like industrial age like tenement. Kind of, right? Like with the smokestacks and like the whole neighborhood is just like covered in like smoke and soot. Are
we tied up?
Yeah, I mean, I assume you would be. Yeah. Okay. They bind your hands at least.
Am I tied up?
I don't think you're tied up, Shaela. I think you have your hands free, but I think everybody else, they were like your hands are bound. I mean, Marzook is too. Marzook is just bound as well, and because they don't know what to do with him, they're just like, well, I don't know what you're doing, Marzook.
Nobody really knows.
Yeah, and so they lead you into this place. They lead you through a door into this guild house. You see a bunch of like dragonborn, tieflings, and Azamar and humans, kind of all mixed together. Like staring you down as you like walk through. walk through the house, and then you reach. You get led down a corridor, and you reach a basically what just looks like a blank wall. It's just like, all right, well, this is literally a wall. We can't go any further. It's like a dead end. And then the Tarian, the main guy, he presses his hand to the wall, and you don't know what he does, but the wall just like slides open, and you get led into a chamber with who you assume is Hakan. So let me set up everybody in this room, and you can figure this out.
Okay, so did all 4 archers lead us there?
I think the other 3 ended up going somewhere else, but Tarian is still at the lead.
Okay,
like, leading
and then
through.
there's all the archers outside this room.
There's a whole. You've seen a whole bunch of people.
Okay.
As you've like gone through this guild house.
Got it.
And so let me set up this map so you can actually kind of
Okay,
see
so
what's
we're
going
like
on.
in a chamber inside a building.
Yeah. So you're in a building. You went like down some stairs into like a secret tunnel, and then through another secret door. And you are face to face with a golden dragonborn man, in like
Wait, dragonborn
black
man?
robes. Yeah.
Half
Is it-
dragon, half man?
No.
Fully dragon,
yeah.
fully man.
He's half dragon. He's not Jesus.
Okay. Just checking.
So can everybody see
Yes.
this situation? Oops, that's not what I meant to do. So yeah, can everybody see what's going on now?
Ish, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you see who you assume is a Hakan when you get led into this room, and Tarian kind of just like nods to him and then just like steps off to the side, like, all right, you do it, boss.
Is there anything else in the room besides Hakan?
So you don't
what are those
see.
like flash dots?
So those are pillars.
Oh, okay.
There's several like pillars like holding up this room. There's a curtain across here. Actually, here let me.
Yeah,
No, I need to draw it. Because you shouldn't be able to see into the other part of the room. Actually, I don't have anything to see in there on the map. But so there's like a curtain, like a thick black curtain drawn across this area. So you can only see like this part of the room. But yeah, Hakan kind of turns and looks at you all, and so he's like golden dragonborn. He looks like that. He has like this necklace of like red beads, wearing black robe, and he looks at you guys, and he kind of like does the like villain tap their fingers together sort of thing, right? And it's not like an evil, like maniacal, like ha ha ha. It's more just like a thoughtful, like interesting. And he looks at you guys and he says, "Who have you brought me today, Tarian?" And Tarian just kind of like gestures. He's like, "Well, Marzuk was trying to betray us and get some stragglers to come and, I don't know, assassinate you or something." And Marzuk immediately just starts to like, protest at that. And then Hakan like does this, and like Marzuk just like shuts up. And Hakan looks over and he says, "I'm told one of you wants an audience with me, a little conversation."
I go up to him, kind of like
Sure.
I step away from
Yeah.
Hasana and kind of go to the front. Actually, I want to go like right up to him, kind of confidently, and be like, "So, what kind of deal did you make with the devil?"
The devil, you say? No. That's part of that Judeo-Christian mythology. No, I serve a more powerful entity.
No, I understand. That's just how I see him. What kind of deal did you make with him? I'm curious.
Oh, so you know of whom I speak?
Of course I know. That's why else would I be here?
Of course.
I'm assuming he told you I was coming.
No, he failed to mention this.
Well, he did save my life just recently, just about an hour ago, so.
Oh, an hour ago. Wow, that long.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, tell me, just to make sure we're talking about the same person here, you are speaking of Lord Oberon, King of Archfey?
And I just kind of...
I'm sorry, I'm going to need a little bit more than a shrug of your shoulders to have a conversation as peers here.
He and I have a very interesting relationship.
Would you care to demonstrate your abilities?
One that'll hurt, or...
No, I'm not asking you to Eldritch blast me in the face.
I could do that.
I imagine you could, and then you would die.
I just snap my fingers and and basically become a shorter version of him.
Right. And I think he does this. He's like, oh, goody. Now that is interesting.
And then I snap back and just go back to my
Yeah,
self.
he says, I have been looking for a conversation with someone else of our particular variety. It's always refreshing to me. The last one that I had a conversation with, I had to kill her. So messy that was. Anyway, what was your name?
Shaela.
Shaela, beautiful name. You do know that Lord Oberon, he claims to originally be a one of, maybe not one of your race exactly, but at least hailing from the same pitiful island that you come from. What is it called? Ireland? Ireland, yes.
Ireland.
Yes, I'm very well aware of the origins of Oberon.
As I imagine you would be, of course. Don't let me insult your intelligence. Anyway, so do you know what I'm doing here?
Well, that's what I've come to find out. Oberon said something about a ritual.
Yes, the ritual.
By the way, I want to try to... Seth, I don't know if the merciful DM will allow you to do this, but what Shayla's basically trying to do is give a lot of information in this conversation.
Right.
For them, as well as try to earn his trust. Like, she's trying
right. You're trying to like play both sides here. Okay. Make a... Oh gosh, what even role would this be?
I mean...
It's basically like trying to have like a secret conversation.
It's basically like when you're doing Thieves' Camp.
Right, exactly. It's that sort of thing, but neither of them know thieves. Like, right? Like,
yeah.
What skills does this game give us?
Well, that's not... So what I'm trying to do is trying to give them a bunch of, like, oh, you have a ritual plan for all these, like,
right.
kids. And, like, this is your plan.
I'm just curious if, like I feel like you have to make a roll. Actually, no. So, just, Muldrak and Yi, go ahead and make insight rolls just to see what she's doing here. We don't need to, like...
Yeah, that's what I was
trying.
That's what I was trying to get them to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that. Oh.
I think Yi, you're picking up on this. You're picking up what she's laying down. You sense that Shayla is like specifically trying to have this conversation, especially things like that. Maybe they would both already know, right? Like that kind of conversation.
She's doing an interview where the interviewer is not in the picture, so she's repeating the question in the first sentence.
Yes.
Basically, like, I'm trying to do, oh my gosh, what do they call that? In, like, the beginning of movies? Exposition.
Exactly. You're doing bald-faced exposition here, super unsubtly, but you're trying to do it in such a way that's tactful enough that Hakan won't pick up on the words. Hakan. Gosh. This is what I get for naming someone Hasana and then Hakan.
Yep.
To be honest, I named Hakan first and then named Hasana like off of a randomly generated name, so this is like yeah. But yeah, so you're trying to keep this from Hakan, but let them know what's going on and be like, okay, this is information you need to know, guys.
Okay, so
Muldrak, you're kind of like not understanding what's going on here, but
I'm just getting pissed because I
yeah.
hear like, I'm like, oh, these kids are for a ritual. I'm like getting like,
you're right.
While they're having
Some
this
demon
conversation, can I like be trying to get my hands free as I see that Tarian kind of looks like he's further away from me, and I'm kind of in the middle of everybody, so my hands are probably not being watched.
Right, so you want to, like, sleight of hand cut your bonds?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, roll sleight of hand. This could go horribly wrong and ruin everything.
No!
You literally crit failed!
Oh, it's still a 7, but it's a crit fail. I'm dead, guys. Goodbye.
Wow. I'm trying to think of what.
I don't have a god or archfey to save me. Oh.
Wow.
I'm right behind her, so would it just be that she ends up like tight?
Drops the dagger or something?
I think that's what happened. Yeah, you drop the dagger. Oh man. Okay, so Hakan looks at you like really, and he just like ignores you, Shaela, if you try to say anything. He steps in front of you.
Oh no. Okay.
And he holds your chin and he like presses your face like up to his. And he says, "I'm sorry. What just happened here?"
Wait, is he crouched down or is he picking me up?
He's crouched down, yeah.
I just kind of go, I mean, I think it's fairly obvious that I was trying to free myself.
Just being blunt about it, okay.
Spunky, I like it.
I mean, I originally told everyone that I was trying to join the Iron Bramble because I was, and I take out like the ruby and the amulet.
I mean, you can't.
I guess my hands are tied, so
You can tell him.
I go in my front pocket is from upstairs. I got the unlocked.
I mean, to be honest, they would have taken that when they patted you down, right?
Oh,
Like,
they would have.
yeah. So like you can tell.
I mean,
them,
I
like,
had sleight of hand to like.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Okay, so you could have hidden those two. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So I would have gone like in my
yes,
inner.
so he
pocket, I
reaches
have
into your
some stuff
pocket
that
and like grabs it. She's like, oh, this was Callisto or Callisto's. Yeah.
Callisto. Yeah, I mean,
He did
I
really
told them
like
that I
these. He really like these gems. Yeah. These amulets,
I mean,
yeah.
I
Thank
told
you,
them and they
by the
didn't
way.
really
Yeah.
believe me.
He
So
just like puts it in his pocket. I hear you murdered him, by the way.
That was.
oh, that wasn't me.
Oh, I meant like the collective you. Like,
Oh.
No, just me. He and I had a bit of a disagreement.
that is a shame, Shaela.
Wanted to leave.
You know, I was really liking you at first, but oh, that just puts a little bit of a bitter taste in our relationship. I really liked Castillo. Callisto.
Really?
Callisto.
Keep doing that.
You liked him enough to not know his name.
Yeah, can I point that out?
He didn't actually do that.
Oh, okay.
No, that was just me.
I just go, you know what? I was given a task and he was in the way. You would have done the same thing.
That I would. And he's still like holding onto your chin, Yi, and he's like, I don't know what to do about you. See, this is the thing. I really don't tolerate this kind of just blatant disrespect from my authority, especially in my presence. Do you have anything to say for yourself before I just murder you?
Well, I mean, if you need another person in the Iron Bramble, then I'm here.
Yes, I see that you're here, but what can you offer me that I already don't have in the hundreds of lackeys that are at my disposal?
I mean, I have connections in other cities of other groups that I've been involved with.
Make a persuasion check.
It's not going to go well.
Oh no!
Oh
Hi guys, it was nice knowing you.
wow! Wow!
Oh my god!
Whoa!
2 in a row.
So,
Bye guys.
oh
Can I, like,
man,
choose the
I
way
think
he's
he might
now?
legit
Can he,
just
like-
kill you.
If he's a golden, like, what kind of breath powers does he have? Can he please give me,
Fire.
like, some sort of breath?
Oh my god!
Wait, what are you saying?
Can he not just like stab me? Can he like do something fun?
Oh yeah, I mean,
At
he's not gonna stab you. Obviously, he's gonna do something fun.
Okay, good.
Let's see what fun stuff he has.
Oh my
Fire
gosh.
breath weapon.
I mean, if he says like, well, I'm just gonna kill you now, can I be like, can I request just to like, not stabbing?
Just stop the stabbing.
And like keep the face.
Oh my gosh. What would Shaela do? What would Shaela do? Because she needs
Goodbye, cruel world.
I'm looking at what he has available to him.
I'm dead.
I mean, he could just Eldritch Blast you in the face.
Not. I said I requested not the face.
Right. I just like saying Eldritch Blast in the face. Interesting.
Part of me wants to use my electric breath weapon to distract him, but
he's really not impressed by like this insubordination. Like he's just not liking you at all. So.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I think so Shaela, I think you start to see him like grab. I think he's just gonna choke you out, like viscerally, just like choke you out.
That's not very fun.
So he grabs your throat and just like slams you to the ground.
Okay, I tried to kick him on the way down.
I mean, I think you probably just fail.
Okay.
Like, and this is the initial thing, right? Like he just like slams you to the ground. Like we can obviously go from here and like you'll start suffocating and whatever, right? But like, is anyone else gonna do anything about this?
I think I want to cast minor illusion.
Minor illusion, okay.
To create like a dagger in my hand, like pretend like I'm pulling out a dagger.
Okay.
And then pretend to stab her.
Oh, so you're like, okay, so you say, I mean, okay, so you just stab her?
Yeah, with like a fake dagger.
Right, yeah, with a fake dagger, yeah.
And like create blood.
I'm not sure if you can do both. Can you? You probably could, right? It's not like necessarily centered on something or whatever, right?
It only lasts 1 minute though. That's the only thing.
So the only problem would be, I guess if you did it quick enough, like, okay, so make a dexterity check.
Okay.
Because the main issue would be not making sound, right?
Is it what? Not making sound?
Yeah.
You mean the dagger not making sound?
Right. But if you could do it timed well enough that, I think it's just good enough that like you stab him, you stab her while like she's making a sound or he's making a sound, and so it's not noticeable, right? And yeah, I mean, you stab her, and so I guess make a deception check to like convince him.
Would I see her do this? Like, could I be helping?
Yeah. So I mean, Shaela, do you like eye contact with Yi?
I think so.
Right, so I think
okay, so then I'm like going like
Muldrak, you see Tarian like start to like take out his bow and like aim it at Shaela because she thinks he's gonna like stab him, right? But like she just goes down and, like stabs Yi. Make a deception check with advantage, I guess, Shaela.
Can I make perceptions?
Oh yeah!
Whoa!
Now we get the
There you go.
Can I roll perception to see if I notice? Actually, no, because I'd probably be convinced by a nat 20.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can get higher than 27, right? Like,
nope.
I don't think there's any way.
Yeah. So yeah, this looks like exactly like Shaela wants it to, right? Like it looks like you literally just stab her. Where exactly? Where do you stab her?
Like in the heart.
Like in the heart, yeah. So just like, and then you just like.
Okay, I fall
yeah.
downward back onto it. So then when it's gonna dissipate, they can't tell that the dagger's gone. So I like.
Well.
She like.
So
he was forcing me to the ground. If she stabbed me in the heart, I would still be going down.
Okay, I was under the impression that you like Shaela would do this like while you're on the ground, but we can do that too.
Oh, okay. Okay, well I wasn't sure. Whatever.
Which one would it be, Shaela?
I think it would be that. I think I'm stabbing her because my impression was that he was gonna make her go down, and that I
face down.
And
gotcha.
that I just
that's
get her.
Yep.
Just kinda, like,
Totally fine. Yeah. So yeah, you can do that. You slam downward, right, and then you just like seize up, right, and yeah, I think like Hakan looks at you like almost like about to like Eldritch Blast you, Shaela. He's just like he's like, why did you do that?
Do I need a reason? No, actually, I don't say that. That's
not. I don't know if you want to get cocky with this guy.
I just go, do you want to see where my loyalties lie now? And then just like I kind of like kick her a little bit.
Yeah.
Say,
So he looks really annoyed. He's like grabbing his hands like this. He's like, I understand that you wanted to prove your loyalty to me, Shaela, but I really don't appreciate my fun being taken away from me like that. Next time, ask.
wasn't much time to do that. You'll have plenty of fun doing a bunch of other things. You and I both know that.
What are you saying?
Well, don't we have a ritual to go perform?
No, right, ritual. Sorry, I thought you meant something different.
No!
That was last session.
That was before.
Yeah, so and that was definitely just Hakan doing that, not this, that wasn't me, but,
No, I don't.
or like, I wasn't just making a joke for the joke of it, like that, he actually legit said that.
Oh my gosh.
But he says, yeah, he kind of like shakes his head, he's like, as if like shaking off like a trance, he's like, right, ritual.
I'm gonna be, as you're gonna do it, I'm just gonna start like silently crying and like saying a prayer.
Oh no.
Well,
Moldrak
does Moldrak actually think that I killed her?
Yeah, he got a 27, dude.
Like, your deception was so good. The
Everyone
only
was
people
fooled
who know
by
are
that.
me and you.
Yeah.
Your deception is higher than I can roll.
Yeah, you're higher than anyone in this room could roll except for like Hakan, right? Like, but like
Yeah.
I mean, you could still roll for that, but
well, here, let
But
me
it's
just
a
double
nat
check. He has an
20.
insight. No, he doesn't even have natural. He just has +1 insight, so he couldn't even. It's impossible. Yeah.
got it. Okay, cool.
I'm just sitting the entire time. I'm Muldrak. I'm just sitting here like thinking like I want to help, but I have one tool I can use and I must save it to save the children. And I'm just like,
Save the children.
Yeah. So I think Hasana at this point looks at you, Shaela, and she says, "How dare you? How dare you? We're saving children, Shaela. Are you really that evil?"
There was a time in my life when I wasn't. But unfortunately, the master I serve is that evil. And I have no choice.
Oh,
I'm gonna say-
if I die today, Shaela, I will see you in hell.
I'm going to say as she says, I have no choice. I'm gonna just look up towards like, there was always a choice.
Not if you knew him, Moldrak.
Yeah, so I think Hakan starts to like lead you away, Shaela. Like, all right, ritual time. Let me show you something. And he starts to like lead you towards this this curtain. And I think he looks back at Tarian and he says, "Go throw them in the dungeon or something. I'll deal with them later." And then yeah, Tarian starts to like lead the rest of you away, and I guess he's just on the floor, fake dying.
Oh, jeez.
So hey, at least when she comes up, you guys will know that I was being deceitful.
As I'm being led away, I'm like, no.
You
Like,
guys should try to fight back.
I can't.
There's only one of them, and 3 of you.
They have my weapons.
You have your magic.
I have.
Okay, one.
No, I don't. My magic's gone.
He was.
I have.
He has
Well,
one lightning breath
I have
and
one
punching.
lightning breath and
Well,
punch.
well, sneak attack from
Just make sure you yell sneak attack before you do it.
Yeah, I'm on the ground. How am I supposed to get up and do everything in time when Hakan is in the
you
room
have a dagger right next to you.
with my hands bound?
Oh, that is true.
I've thought of this.
So he starts to lead you away.
Well, what about Hasana? She doesn't try to like attack him.
Okay, wait. So,
I don't
okay.
think so. She sees that these are like bad odds. Like that's the thing. Even if you did attack them right now, right? There's like a whole bunch of other bandits
Oh, there
like and
are?
stuff, right? There's
Okay, not gonna bother.
in like the
Okay,
other parts
so-
of They might hear
So
something, right?
Tarian is leading them out, and
Yeah.
he's going first, or he's like ushering them out and then going.
He's
after?
ushering them out, yeah. And I think
Okay.
like another member of the Iron Bramble like steps through the door and starts to like help them, right? So
Okay, but they're gonna be leaving, and it's gonna be me and Shaela and Hakan.
Yeah.
When they go out.
I thought Hakan was leading me into a different room.
exactly, yeah. And then
Right,
they'll go into
I'm
a
just
different room.
I'm just saying, like, once they go out, and
Yeah.
then they're gonna go into the curtained room, and then it's just gonna be me.
Is that how it goes down?
So I have one question. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go to the prison. When we get there, I'm going to attempt to take a long rest.
Attempt to take a long rest. Okay.
I'm just gonna attempt to just like I need the rest so I may restore for the morning.
Yeah, understandable.
I'm gonna attempt to take a long rest so I can regain my spells.
So literally all of us are split up right now.
Yes.
So what we see, right? We fade out on them like going off into another place. Yi is still like pretending, right? And then Hakan, goes up to the curtain, and he opens the curtain, and shows you, Shaela,
Oh, it's we're dead.
a bunch of children that are just like in, I don't know, like looks like they're asleep over here, like
In the corner.
no, like scattered around the room, like almost like a
Oh.
puzzle, like they're fitting together in like this weird like fashion, and they're like just like laying like this on the ground.
How many are there?
As many can fit in here, so like I don't know, like 10, 15, something like that.
Dang. So they're just like all over the floor.
Yeah, all over the floor. Yeah, they look like they're asleep or something. Doesn't look like they're hurt necessarily, but
Okay. Whenever I hear them start like an actual conversation, I want to attempt to free my hands.
right. So he leads you in and like closes the curtain behind him, right? And you want to try that?
Yeah.
He starts like going on, right? He's like, "Welcome to the ritual," and then go ahead.
Okay,
and
so what would I?
try that? Sleight of hand again.
So I think.
Okay, guys, it can't be worse than last time. That's all I can think.
Well,
I
it
mean,
could so.
It can be the same
It
amount
literally
of bad.
There you go.
There you go. So make a stealth check though, because you have to do this without like being noticed.
And I want to like keep talking to, because I would probably
Plus
know
2,
that.
so 23.
Interesting. Yeah, it's impossible for him to get that. So you're good.
Okay, so I'm out of my bonds, and I want to like.
And that stealth rolls ride, so you can just like go somewhere. What do you
Yeah,
wanna do?
I want to like try and like get out of there and hide somewhere.
So the issue is, you walk up to this
Is there a
door,
guard
this
at the
this
door?
wall. No,
I
you walk
wanna
up to
just,
this.
like,
You walk,
peek
there's no
out.
one in here. You walk up to the
Okay.
wall, and it's just a wall. Like you don't know how to open this door, because remember it was like a secret sliding door or whatever.
Right, but did I see where they put their like the hand on the opposite side? Like at least
Make
when you're
a
coming
perception check.
in? 'Cause
Oh
you
no,
did-
no, you didn't,
describe when
because
they
you were pretending to be dead.
No, when they were coming in.
No, but like it's
So,
on the
like-
opposite side of the door, right? Like
Right, so that's
Okay,
what I'm
well,
saying.
okay,
It's like
yeah,
I
make
would
a perception
first
check.
try wherever that they
gotcha, yeah,
did
yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah. I
opposite
see what you're saying.
side. Because I would have seen that. 13.
I don't
I
think
am
so.
scrambling. I am
Yeah.
touching everything.
Yeah, I think so. Basically, I think it just takes you a while. So you're just trying to feel this out. You'll eventually get it, but
Yeah.
like it's taking you a while. So yeah, Shaela, he's just like explaining this thing.
Yeah, I keep asking him about the ritual and what it's for. and
Yeah,
what he's
so
doing.
basically, yeah, you say like, what is this for, right? And he's like,
Because Oberon like literally told me nothing.
yeah, exactly, right.
Has to happen.
And he says, well, Lord Oberon is, as you know, an archfey, but he really desires to have a little bit more prestigious a title. Have you heard tales of ascending to godhood, Shaela?
No, but it sounds awful.
Oh, it can be quite enlightening for the person involved, I do imagine, but maybe not so enlightening for the vessels it takes to reach it.
So you're saying that Oberon is trying to become a god, essentially?
Yes, more or less. It seems that there is a vacancy in the heavens right now, for well, a god of a rather interesting variety. Do you know how the heavens work, Shaela?
Try to stay out of such business.
Oh, understandable. The gods are tricky to deal with, and you don't always want to be meddling around in their business when they have, lightning bolts like that one Zeus fellow from a while back.
Explain to me in depth of how the heavens work.
Well, I mean, you're trying to escape, so...
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's like, explain in depth the entire history of the heavens.
Oh, so that way you can get out.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I think I ask a couple questions, like, like what kind of seat would he be taking?
Right. So I'm
questions.
Yeah, I'm pulling up my doc right now, because I need to double check what spot he'd be taking. But he basically starts to explain that. So yeah, I think he says the way gods work, Shaela, is there are only so many positions available. There are gods for all sorts of things. The god of death, the god of nature, god of whatever, right? There's a lot of different things, but there's only so many positions. You can't just... I've heard tales, of course, of people making new positions, but there's intricacies involved there. It's much easier to just kill a god or okay, it's not easy to kill a god. Let me backtrack there. It's easier to wait for a god to die and then usurp their position, kind of take over for them. And Oberon, well, there happens to be a vacancy in the spot for forest god, and Oberon, he does like the the fairies and that whole shebang. Ireland is full of fairy magic, and they're all about that woods thing.
I
anyway.
I get it. Trust me, I know, I get it.
Yes. So the forest goddess happened to die recently. A tragic incident, truly. But Oberon wants to take that spot. What's interesting, Shaela, is when he does, we're going to be different, you and I.
What do you mean?
Well, it's one thing to get your magic from an archfey. It's quite another to get your magic from a god.
I never asked for this magic.
Are you sure? Because last time I checked, that's not exactly how pacts work. It's a one for you, one for me sort of situation.
Well, in my case, it was one for another, 0 for me.
Interesting. You'll have to tell me all about it sometime. Anyway, the ritual involved here is a little complex. And then we cut back to Yi, and you finally press your hand on the spot and just...
And also, I definitely kept the dagger with me.
Yeah, and so Hakana's gonna make a roll here because the door did open and it does make noise, and you can't really muffle that noise. So let's see.
Yes, but I can run really fast.
You can run really fast. That's true.
I mean, he could just think that someone's coming in to get the body.
Maybe. Or maybe he's suspicious. So he stops and he's like, I'm sorry, did you hear something?
As soon as the door opens, I'm out.
Yeah, you're out. Yeah, for sure.
I'm gone.
Yeah. So you run up here. Sorry. The spaces are a little weird on this map. So you should be, let's see, can you see that? Nope.
Yes.
You're in the wrong spot, but you're halfway in between those two spots. You're in the corridor right there. But
I got it.
Yeah, you come to another door, or wall, rather. and you press your hand on the same spot, and it doesn't work. There's like a
Are there any places to like I could climb up and hide, or is it just like sheer wall?
It's literally just like a small chamber, or I'm sorry, a small corridor, right? Yeah.
I am.
Hallway. Yeah, just doing it again. Roll.
Oh yeah.
Roll perception to see if you can like get a better guess on it this time. Yeah. So, Hakan is looking to you, Shaela, and he's like, "Did you hear something?"
Okay, guys. Go. 15. That's better.
You managed to do it quicker this time, and you step out into the hallway here.
Okay. Oh my gosh. How long does my stealth last? This entire time? Like for other people that might be out here.
Yeah, I mean they all have their passive perception, right? So unless you just like run out in front of them, you're definitely gonna be stealthed. Yeah.
Okay. Do I need to like start moving my own token, like running up? Or, I don't know.
Yeah, you can do that if you want. Just move it like one square at a time, right? As this is happening, and so I think Hakan is gonna like turn back, right, and try to like look unless you stop him, Shaela. She's like, "Did you hear something? I think we should go check real quick." I ordered food a while back. Maybe it's here. And he just like starts to like.
The only thing I can think of, which is so dumb, is to like pull him in for like a kiss or something.
But you're so much shorter.
Seduction.
You could roll deception to try to like seduce him, I guess.
Seduction roll. Come on.
Why is that like the only thing I can think of?
So you do it? I don't think it seduces him more as it like just confuses him, right? He's just like, Shaela, have you ever kissed a dragonborn before?
Probably.
Okay.
I have, because this is like my whole thing, right? Is disguising.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Stunts like this.
Is this okay for you, or do you not like kissing dragonborn?
I think I'm a good enough actress to where it's fine.
Right, it's. I'm not saying that you would like be like, oh, gross, but like, yeah, like, it's definitely like you're kissing a lizard, right? Like, so, yeah.
I didn't even think about the fact that he's a dragonborn.
Yeah, he looks at you and he's like, well, that was unexpected. I'm sorry, just like overcome with emotion right now at the immense magical power that's happening right here. Because that's the only thing I can think of.
I go, I'm sorry, I've never met another warlock that was in the same situation as me.
Oh dear.
I guess I just wanted to see what it was like.
When kissing you feel different? Yeah, so I think he kind of looks at you and he's like, we can
Power of Oberon bonds us.
Revisit this at a later date, I feel. Please, don't let yourself get distracted. This is business.
Right, I'm sorry.
Anyway. And he's kind of like looking at you like, maybe.
That was different.
No, but he's kind of like giving you an up and down, like, He's checking you out like, I wonder.
Do I sense that?
Yeah, you definitely see this.
Oh my god.
Can I like change myself and like be like, does this suit you better? And like
change me like a dragonborn lady.
Like a dragonborn lady.
Yeah, you do that, and he's just like, no, don't change back.
I do that.
Try bar wench.
Oh my gosh,
I tried the bar wench. I'm like, what about this? Just like I'm just literally trying to distract him at this point.
Yeah. So okay, while you're doing that, I guess, you're kind of like looking around here.
Yeah. Which way did we come in? Like, because I would have known.
Yeah, you came in from this direction.
Because there's lots of directions. Okay. Okay, so are any of these the guy that we were with, or are these all just like other lackeys?
Sorry, here, let me move these people where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, because I saw like Hasana was still there. Okay, so all those.
So this is a different person.
Friends.
This is not Hasana.
Oh, that's not Hasana.
Yeah, and because I used the same token as a different thing that I had here. So this is like a big tiefling guy who has like a scimitar and like just kind of like chilling.
Okay, so I want to, I guess,
Jailbreak.
I mean, yeah, this could turn
over.
into another combat. I'm sure that would go well for all of you.
and like go into this corridor over here. And see, because it doesn't look like there was anybody over here.
Yeah, it's just an empty corridor. But you look over here and you see a dead end wall that you're familiar with.
That's a dead end wall.
Yep.
That looks like I could put my hand on it, maybe.
Yep.
Is the wall?
I think you started getting the trick of it now.
Okay, like which side of the wall looks like I'd be putting my hand on it? Like the end of the corridor? Like
Yeah, it's over there. Yeah. Yep. It's right here.
Okay. Oh geez. Because can I like tell directions wise? Like, is that the same direction that I came from? Like,
Make a perception check.
Because like I can see on the map that it might be going into the same room.
Make a perception check.
19.
It's this place is a little disorienting, but I think you do figure out. Yeah, this seems like it would come out like really close to where they are, so you maybe not want to risk it.
Okay.
I wish you would have failed that. That would have been great.
Just
Yeah,
like
You just pop out, just like, hi everybody.
Bye guys. Okay. How far into this like house were we? Because like coming in, I know you said that we like went down a corridor and stuff. So like, was that the corridor that I already came out of? And then there's just like.
So you went down some stairs.
Okay, so there's
This is
still
like the lower level.
Okay, there's still stairs and then an upper level as well that we like
Yeah.
went through an upper level.
Yep.
Jeez, guys, I'm never gonna get out. Okay.
So it looks
I'm
from
still-
what you've seen, you would have to go directly past them to get to the stairs that led you out.
Yeah, and it's even with a 23 stealth, like.
I mean,
it's
you
still
can't
just,
walk
like,
right in front of someone with the 23
Right,
stealth.
it's still just like an open
Yeah.
room.
Yep.
Okay, so I. Oh, okay. What is this thing?
That is I'm trying to remember what I had that be.
Because I know that's a pillar.
Yeah, that's a pillar. I think that's a pedestal. Maybe. I'm actually not sure. Yeah, let's say it's like a little like it's like either like a decoration or a pedestal or a statue or something like that, right? Like it's just
Okay,
kinda jutting
nothing
out from the wall.
helpful to me.
No.
Maybe it's better if I was just dead because I'm about to be anyway.
So I think we cut back to those two.
Yeah.
And are you guys like
That
just
feels
making
like
out
it's
now?
good.
Is that what's happening? Like
No, definitely not.
Okay.
No.
Are you now like just having an in-depth discussion about your relationship and like where you're wanting to go with this? Like once he's God, like you guys can get married. Like what?
Well, he's not gonna be God.
Oberon.
Oberon's gonna be God.
Once Oberon's God, like you guys can get married and like be a happy little like ruling family under this new god of the forest.
Definitely not. Because you understand, Shayla's still trying to play both sides of the field.
Yeah.
Until she literally, like, until the last moment, and until she has to make a decision, she's playing both sides of the field. So she's like hoping that you guys are gonna come through and like stop her and.
All right. Well, I guess you just keep stalling him, right? So make another deception check, I guess.
Oh, great. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do, but okay.
Right, because obviously it's gonna take.
Okay.
Yeah, you just keep. You keep it up. You just keep like distracting him.
Maybe like tell him more of my story.
Yeah,
just, like,
yeah. He
you
seems
know.
really interested. He's like, "You are a fascinating woman.
I know.
And you guys are just you literally okay. So I would just like to point out that you literally did just kiss a guy over a room full of just sleeping children. That's a little strange.
Yeah.
Yes, this whole story is strange.
I was about to
Fair.
say, I'd like to point out that like everything about this is a little strange.
Yeah.
She also, like, he thinks just murdered somebody that she was with.
Yep.
So like,
Yi, do you want to make an investigation check to see if you can find anything that's useful to you?
sure. Thanks for that suggestion
Mhm.
because I just
Yeah.
feel doomed. 18.
So
Anything helpful?
you find that there's another secret door over here.
Ooh.
It's up
Secret
there.
door.
So there's like a very, let me see how much you can see. So you see that right there?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
In there.
So you, I think you've kind of figured out the trick of this hand thing now. And so you just like kind of press around and you're like, okay, here we go. And it slides open and it's this little chamber, but it's basically like a ladder chamber, right? So there's a ladder here and it goes down and up.
Heck yes.
So
I'm
you can just
going
like
up.
climb up. Okay, so here, let me drag you to another spot here.
And I'm like,
Poor Seth, his character is just in a dungeon.
Yeah, so
Yep.
we'll
he's
cut to
trying
you
long rest.
in a second here. Yeah, so you're just like long resting. Is that what's happening?
I'm trying to long rest. If not, I am going to at least take a short rest to heal a little bit more.
Yeah, I think you might be able to get a short rest in before this happens. But
Which makes me regret using all of my.
so you managed to climb up here, Yi, and sorry, I'm gonna take everybody here because I have to do that to center everybody. But
I
so,
can't see
yeah,
anything.
none of you can see anything. But
It's just the black
Yi,
void.
you end up on top of a roof.
Yes. Okay, are there archers up there?
There are, but you managed to like hide behind like a piece of the roof.
Okay.
And like they don't see you, so you kind of like have a lay of the situation. You're like, all right, I'm on top of the roof of this place now. What am I gonna do? Kind of a thing.
Okay, so my goal is to be able to like analyze and see like where they are, so I can stealthily go from the roof I'm on, either whichever seems like a better idea, roof to roof, or like climb down and like go across building, like go.
I mean, yeah, from what it looks
up
like
against
to
building.
you, the easiest way would probably just be to go down the roof right in front of you, and it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of people around here.
Okay.
You might be able to like if you go now, you might be able to like make your way out.
Yeah. I'm going and trying to get out.
You're just getting out.
Yeah.
I'll leave Moldrak behind.
I am one girl with one dagger.
Oh, poor Moldrak.
So Yi, do you is this literally Yi just leaving?
I mean, like, when I leave, if I can like get together weapons and like maybe find other people to help me, I could
Okay.
come back down. But like, this is a big thing. Like,
Yeah,
it's
no,
not
for
like,
sure. Yeah. So you leave. Make a check of some sorts.
Always go to the castles that we're trying to protect. We get their children off.
Yeah. Okay. So where would you go, Yi?
Yeah, like, so first of all, I don't know, like, probably wouldn't have like had any more weapons, but so I'd try and like figure out how to get more weapons. Like, I have a little gold to go buy some more swords and daggers 1st.
Mhm. Sure. So you just like
Insane.
restock your weapons. You go to the black market
Yeah.
here and just like say, "Hey, swords," and they just give you. Yeah.
Yeah, I need some short. I want my 2 short swords back and another
Sure.
dagger just in case.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I think just go back and to the Athana house is where I would go first and say
Mhm.
that Hasana sent me. She's been captured trying to save.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's probably a good move, right? Because I mean, it's definitely going to complicate Hasana's life because now
Well, she's
her
gonna-
master
So
is
it's
going to
being
know,
captured
right?
by the Iron Bramble
Yeah,
and
fair. It's fair. Yeah. So
Probably
I
a little more
guess make a persuasion check. I guess. Like, yeah. Make it with
No, I'm not
advantage though,
lying.
because
Okay.
no, actually you can't because they don't even know you. Like I was gonna say, if this was Moldrak or Shaela who was making this, the Althana house, like the people saw them. But yeah, you're just some nobody. So you just go into the Althana house and you're just telling them this.
Maybe can I find Domla first?
It will take longer, but yes, you can go get Domla first if you want to, and then you could.
because they'd be more likely to believe me if I had Domla.
Yeah, and then you can make it with advantage.
Okay, yeah, I want to find Domla
All right.
and go with her and tell her what happened.
Yeah, make a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh my god.
Oh no. So this
really
doesn't mean
bad.
that they don't come. It means it takes a while. So at some
Because
indeterminate
it's not
point,
like I'm lying about
exactly
it. Like,
right.
it's
Yeah,
true.
eventually they'll
they
come.
They search the grounds and their daughter is really gone.
Exactly right. Yeah, and so the problem is so there's like, you know, look for me on the, you know, the light of the first day or the third day or whatever, right? Like that sort of situation, but it's like a while, right? You guys have to do something to hold out until then. So I think we cut to Moldrak after that. Moldrak, you're in a prison. You're with these other people, and yeah, it's not very fun. What are you doing?
Well, I probably can we cut back to like when we first get there?
Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, what
Yeah,
I'm
so
trying to do is
they're just like putting you in, right? They shoved you in.
I'm just gonna go to the corner and lay my head down and say, "There is nothing we can do while we are here. We may as well rest."
Yeah, so you say that as Hassan is like shaking the bars, right, and just like banging her hands against the bars, and just like cursing out, right, like cursing out all the other like rogues and stuff that are there.
I go, "Hassana,
What?
there is nothing we can do for now. We should rest, regain our strength, and when we are done, and when we
She
are ready,
betrayed us, Moldrak. She killed Yi. What are we supposed to do now?
there is nothing we can do but rest and prepare.
Prepare for what? For our inevitable deaths.
If they come to kill us, that means they will be opening the door, and if they do that, we can try to escape."
And I think like a guard pokes his head around the corner. He's like, "You do know I can hear you, right?"
Oh, there's a guard nearby?
Yeah, you didn't notice him before, but he literally like
Oh.
poked his head around the corner.
I was thinking like, look, there is nothing we can do while we are here. We may as well rest and regain our composure and wait to see what the Lord provides.
The road. Is this the narrow road or the wide road, priest?
Sorry, what?
Is this the narrow road or the wide road, priest?
Whatever road it be, it is the road we are put on and the one we must live.
Make a persuasion check.
Right as I click away from the character sheet. Persuasion?
Yeah.
Not the worst, not the
So
greatest.
she seems to like calm down for now, but you're not sure how long it's gonna last.
I turn to her like, look, I am beaten, I am bruised. I cannot do anything now anyway. Let me rest.
Yeah, she just shakes her head and just like sits on like the bench in the prison. And Marzook is just like sitting in a corner by himself, just like, oh no, I'm a dead man. I'm a dead man. Why did I ever agree to this? Why did I ever do this?
I'll turn on my and say, look, Marzook. Staying with them, you would have been dead sooner or later anyway.
Everybody dies, Moldrak. Not everybody gets drawn and quartered.
Is that what your leader does to people?
I actually don't know. I've heard some stories, but they're not pleasant. That was just the first horrible thing that came to my mind, actually. To be honest, he's probably gonna like curse me or something. Who knows?
Well, as I said,
Moldrak, he's lost one friend and the other one betrayed him.
Poor Moldrak.
I know,
He's having a bad day.
Muldrak's terrible, awful. No, this isn't as bad as.
Oh, and he like went unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying, look, I am as distraught as you, for my own reasons. But there is, like, as I was saying, there is nothing we can do now. We must rest and be ready for whatever is brought to us.
Yeah, neither of them talk to you.
Whatever.
Yep.
I'm going to take at least a short rest,
Yeah,
but
so
I
you
am
need to do a short
hoping
rest.
for a long rest.
I mean, there might be one. See, the only issue is
The ritual.
Ye's body isn't there anymore,
Mhm.
right? And so if they go back in that room, there's going to be some bad things that happen. So
Yeah, that sounds like it's honestly going to be worse for Shaela than it is for me.
yeah. So Shaela, we cut back to you.
Oh God.
So it's this distraction is starting to wear thin. What's the thing that you're doing now to try to distract him?
So, I think. Hold on, where am I? I don't even.
It's
see
been a good
where-
20-30 minutes now.
I don't even see where I am on this thing. Oh, there I am. What's? I see that there's like another like back room area, right? Or is this just one room?
Let me see what you can see. So that's actually like stairs going to, I think it goes further down somewhere. You don't know.
I kind of ask Akon like what's down there.
Yeah, he looks at you, raises an eyebrow, and he says, "Maybe after we're done here, I'll show you."
So I ask him, I'm like, so when are we gonna do this? Like, clearly you were waiting for something, otherwise you would have already done it. So are we
Yes,
just
we're waiting on the
for
last child
time?
right now. We have 14 and we need 15. Really, I mean, any less than that is too risky. My compatriots are grabbing another child as we speak.
Got it. So so there's stairs down that way. Is there like another entrance or exit? somewhere else
So you just see blank walls, and there's a stairway here, but it like goes up somewhere.
in here? And then,
But that's
okay.
it.
But what
That's how you
what
see
about like right? What's below there? There's like stripes.
Right here.
Yes.
That's the stairs going down into some dark room.
Oh,
These
okay.
are the
So
stairs that go up.
So I ask him. And then I ask him again, like, so what's up there?
Oh,
We might as well like.
that's my study. Yeah, we can go up there if you would like.
I mean, while we're waiting, I'd like to see what you've
Right.
learned and what I need to prepare for this ritual.
Of course, I should probably call someone to dispose of the body in the back room there, and then he starts to like turn to the curtain.
I just kind of grab his hand and I just say like, let it be. Let's just go.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Right, because this isn't you like deceiving him more as it's like convincing him to do something.
There
Whoa,
we go.
nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So he kind of like looks at you and like shrugs, like, all right. I mean, I suppose you did just kill a person you've been traveling with for a while. Maybe you don't want to look at the body again. I understand that. Sure. Let's go upstairs.
Not getting any better.
Yeah. And so he
Bought you some time.
he leads you upstairs. I mean, what do you do then? I guess.
I mean, I guess I want to like study his books and see what he's been doing.
Right. Sure. So he's like talking up like his like whole thing. So I think he starts to talk to you about like what the ritual is and like what stuff he's had to research, and he's basically saying like, yeah, so we had to use noble children because of the bloodline involved. There's some blood magic at work here, really. It's about capturing their life essences and then transmitting at the moment of their death, at the moment of the separation from their body from their soul. They transmit a sort of powerful energy. It's almost like an explosion that happens in the astral plane, and we can harness that energy through the magic of that that Oberon gives us, and through these cercinations that I've done, and he kind of like shows you a book with like these like magic circles and like these special like runes and stuff. And you notice that there was a bunch of those down in the room. There's like a bunch of like symbols and things drawn in the room. And he says, and if we channel the magic well, then we'll be able to gather it up, and the energy transference should be enough to give Oberon the push that he needs to ascend to the position of Forest God.
I just continue to be like, oh, that's, interesting. And
Make a deception check. Wow, that was not convincing.
No. Like, basically, that's not like.
I know.
What
I
she
just
would have
messed
said.
around. Yeah.
That's not what she would have said.
Yeah.
She would have been more convincing
Sure.
than that. But I'm just basically saying, like, okay, now cut away from us.
Right. So you're just trying to stall him for as long as possible. I think it makes sense, right? He likes talking about this stuff. So, how
and
long?
I am actually somewhat I'm not totally deceiving him. I am somewhat interested.
Yeah.
in,
Yeah. Fair.
What's going on.
Maybe
and I
more
wanna-
morbid curiosity. Yeah. So how long do you want to stall?
A day.
I think until the child gets there. I think really, that's as long as I have.
So let's roll to see how long that is.
Oh, great.
8 hours.
See how many hours that is.
Dang it.
3 hours.
You have 3 hours. Let's see
How long it takes
you to convince them.
It wouldn't take 3 hours to convince them, though.
Well, it's convincing them, gathering the forces
together and going.
Getting here somehow, right? You can't just all go down the chute, right? Like, you can't just like send soldiers one by one down the chute.
But it's just being efficient.
That's kind of what I was gonna
so
tell
make
them
a
too.
Okay, so ye make a survival check. Okay, survival, perception, or investigation. This is basically to find another way for them to get here. One of those, whatever you're best in, you can use.
9.
Yeah, so
we're going through the chute.
So are you going to tell them to go through the chute?
I don't know, and I'll tell them that I don't know another way in.
Yeah, I don't think. Make another persuasion check.
But how did you get out, though? You didn't get out through the chute.
Can't we get out through the chute?
Yeah, you just have to climb.
I have great acrobatic skills.
Yep, I think she did. Yeah.
4.
Yeah, so they're like, no, there's no possible way we're gonna like send soldiers one by one down the chute, and so then
I tell them like I'm happy to help look for another way. I just don't know of one.
Yeah, so it just takes a while. So let's roll. I'm gonna roll the same amount, 1d8 plus 1, and we'll see how long it takes. No, I'll roll 1d8. All right, not plus 1, and we'll see how many hours it takes for you to get here.
Oh no. Oh.
I'll roll the 1d6. I'll give you a little bit better chance.
Oh my gosh.
It's still pretty bad odds.
Yeah, it really is.
Crap.
Couldn't have rolled that for the other direction.
So.
Sorry, everybody.
Caleb, why are you in the business of murdering children? Like,
whoa,
whoa,
called out. This is
Avatar,
not me.
And you're like,
Hakan.
Oh, you gotta give up the baby to this guy.
This is Hakan.
Whatever.
Hey, it's my job to offer you hard choices. So, Shaela, the child gets here. Someone comes up and says, "So you've gotten a short rest, Muldrak. Go ahead and take that short rest. And do your hit dice and whatnot."
Yes, my hit dice.
Yeah. And someone comes up and like tells you both that like the child has arrived. And
what time is it at night, by the way?
It is. I think it's like just getting on evening, so it's like 8 or 9 p.m. Because like it was like morning. It was like early morning when you first started all this stuff.
Shaela is exhausted. She did not long rest at all.
Yeah. No, it wouldn't even. No, yeah, if it's 3 hours, it would be. Yeah, it couldn't even. It couldn't possibly be 9 p.m. because you guys started off on this like really early in the morning.
At like 7 a.m. Because
Right.
I
this is
left
like
at like 5 a.m.
Yeah,
from the room. Yeah.
let's say 11 a.m. is what it is right now. Yeah.
It's only 11.
It's only 11 a.m. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
you guys
no
got
other
a
time
long
that's
rest
passed in a,
beforehand.
Yeah,
Well,
we never
'cause-
got a long rest.
Yeah. So really, only 11 a.m. That doesn't seem right
I mean, would it be like 12 because we short rested in the room?
in the room.
Okay, let's say noon. Let's say
it's
noon.
still like
Well, we
still
were
like
in there for
afternoon.
we were in
and
there
not
for an
night.
hour, and then it probably took us about another hour to actually get to Hakan. So that's 5 hours.
Yeah, but you got there at like 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, because like I
Yeah,
The
you
whole
woke
thing
up at
It
like
was
5 in the morning.
7 a.m.
Yeah, because I like jumped out the window at like 5 or 5:30 in the morning, killed the guy, got the treasure.
And you
and
guys
then
had a
walked out,
stakeout,
and
right?
You guys were coming back.
That whole thing with
Right.
the stakeout happened pretty early in the morning, and you just
Yeah.
got
Okay,
headed right
well-
there. So
Well, okay, so here's so either way, Shayla is really tired.
Yeah,
because
I mean,
she
understandably,
did not
yeah.
sleep at all.
you didn't sleep
So
very much, yeah.
I think what she's gonna do is before they tell us that the child is there,
hmm
is there like a bed or a cot or something like that she could sleep
There
on?
is a bed in his room.
So I tell him like, so listen, like, Caleb.
I can't handle this.
So she basically
Hey, you're the
tells
one who
him-
decided to kiss a dragonborn, which makes this really weird for me.
I don't know. It was the first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, now we know where your mind goes every time. Yeah, it's fine.
Shush, Caleb.
Just kidding.
So I think she's gonna tell him like before they even get there that like she's really tired, which isn't a lie. So
No,
I
yeah,
don't really,
understand. No, yeah, no, it's fine.
I don't think I need to roll anything
No,
for that.
no.
And it's just gonna say like, I need to rest before we do this ritual. Is that okay?
Yeah, and so this is like right before the. How many
Right
hours into
before
it?
Like I don't know. I'd say probably about 2 hours. She'd probably start feeling it, right? After
Sure.
him
Yeah.
talking that long,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
probably like.
Oh, he just talks forever, right? Yeah, it's.
I'm like, and I kind of like, excuse. I'm sorry. I want to keep listening. I'm really tired. I stayed up all night and I didn't get any sleep. Do you mind if I take a rest?
Yeah, he shakes his head. He's like,
Before-
"Oh no, of course that, please, bed's right there. I'll just sit here quietly and read for a while. I do need to catch up on a few of the cercination symbols."
Okay. So I just like, I think I actually fell asleep.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can take a short rest if you want.
I mean, I don't need it, but
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But you basically do, right? You just you sleep for an hour. And then you're woken up by the like the sound of the knock at the door and like the person coming in and telling them. Yeah, and so I think we just I don't think we yeah.
I want to pretend to stay asleep.
Right, yeah. So I guess we just get a shot on Shayla's face as she's sleeping, right? And you're just asleep, and we just hear them talking in the background, and right, you hear the guy say, "The child is here," and Hakan, like, you hear a book close, and then Hakan says, "Very good. I'm going to wait for a little while longer, just to see, and you make sure that my new acquaintance here has a good amount of rest, and then we'll begin the ritual. Let everyone know." Very good, sir.
Wow, I thought she would have at least been a friend status after kissing him. They're still just acquaintances. Kisses all his acquaintances.
Yeah, he acquaintance zoned you. So
Shayla doesn't care.
Yeah, I
She's
know.
like, I really don't like
Yeah.
him at all.
I mean, yeah, the two men that you flirted with so far in this two-shot has been two completely very evil people.
One
So-
that you killed.
And one of which you killed, and the other of which you probably will kill, or at least attempt to. So make a deception check to see how long you can keep the "I'm asleep" charade up.
I mean, but what if okay, here's my thing. Like I said, Shayla's really exhausted. What if she doesn't even hear the knock and the talk?
Okay,
What if
sure.
she
Yeah, that's
sleeps
fine.
through it?
Yep.
Like, that's my thing, is I'm kind of
All right, yeah. So
I think she would sleep through
let
it.
me here. I'm gonna make a wisdom save for him.
Wouldn't that be like Constitution for me? Like if I would wake up or not, or no?
No, I think that's fine. You can just be asleep if you want to. I'm gonna make a wisdom save for him to see how long he waits, right, before he wakes you up, like how impatient he is.
So like high, he's really impatient, and low, he's not. Or what,
yeah,
what
yeah. High, he's impatient. Low, he's not. Or no, other way around. Right, because this is his willpower.
Right before we roll.
Yeah, this is his willpower is the thing, right? Because so if he fails on this willpower, he's like, no, I'm impatient. We need to go, right? And so yeah, I think he it's only an hour more. He lets you sleep, and then he softly shakes you awake, and he says, Shaela, the time has come.
Do I wake up?
Yeah, you wake up.
I only got
Kind of
once.
hoping maybe she wouldn't. Oh, man. I stalled out as long as I could, guys. So I have 2 more hours that I have to try to stall this guy.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
you don't know, right? But
Okay, but
I
also
know.
in this time, she would have learned the intricacies of this ritual, right?
you can maybe try
Okay.
to interrupt it or make it fail somehow.
I just want to make sure that
That's what I was
knows
saying.
everything there.
So again,
Yeah, okay.
I think we get the shot of you guys like walking down the stairs, right? And then we cut real quick back to Muldrak just for like a quick scene. And I think Hasana, she stands up again, and she says, "I can't wait any longer, Muldrak." She's like saying this quietly, right?
I'm probably asleep at this point, resting. I'm trying to long rest. 'Cause
Right.
I didn't get a long rest either.
Interesting. So she might just try to break out without you then.
I can't do anything if I break out now.
Yeah. So let me just roll something real quick. See how this goes. So she's gonna roll deception to try to. We see this in montage. We see her try to get a guard over.
Oh no.
Yeah. So this is all we see. This is literally all we see. We just see her try to like deceive a guard into coming over so that she can like attack him and grab his keys or something like that. And they just like make a rude gesture in her direction, and then she's just like shakes her head. She's like, "Welp, guess I'm trying this another way." And then she just tries to like break open the door. So she just like tries to kick it hard enough that the lock comes off. It looks kind of like a little shoddy of a lock. So she just tries to kick it hard enough to like, yeah, make the lock come off.
Oh.
It doesn't work.
He was so cool before.
I know, right? It doesn't work, and like they the guard looks at her like, what the heck? Like I just, and then she basically just growls at him, and the guy just like shakes his head, and he's just like, you're pathetic, and then he like goes to like get someone, right? Like and so Hasana might not have much time. I think you wake up though, Muldrak. This isn't gonna interrupt your long rest, but you wake up partially, and like you heard her like bang on the door.
Asana, I have told you there is nothing we can do. We must wait.
I'm tired of waiting. They're gonna kill us, Muldrak.
Yes, and if we are well rested, we can handle it. You cannot
Sleep
fight.
is not the answer to all of your problems.
It is when you're out of spell slots. I don't say that out loud. I just want to say that. Like, there's literally, I don't think I can do anything with unarmed blow.
Yeah, so I think she looks at you and she shakes her head and she's like, look at you. You're just waiting around, waiting for you. What, your God to save you? Doesn't your Bible say something about God helps those who help themselves? Which it totally doesn't, by the way.
I was about to say.
It definitely doesn't say that.
No, it does not.
And she just like shakes her head in disgust.
I'll lay back,
Yeah.
trying to reach.
So we cut quickly to Yi, and I think you've just like explained to them now that like, listen, like, or you've just found the way, right? Like, and you're like, all right, you have to make our way through here. And you're like searching around. You're like, all right, we can cut
and
our
I
way
would think
through
that
here.
like we found people like from all the different houses of like children who were stolen.
Sure, yeah. Yeah.
to try and like get the biggest group possible.
Yeah, sure. So you have
Take
you
it
a
so long.
virtual army just marching through the Undercity right now. This is gonna cause a stir. There's some ramifications here. Who knows what the dragonborn like Imperials are gonna think about this? Because most of these houses aren't the dragonborn; they're just like random old nobility. And so yeah, there's an army of guards marching through the Undercity. Ye at their head. But it's gonna take a while.
A small Chinese elf girl.
So there's two. It's T minus 2 hours. So we cut back to Shaela.
How long does the ritual